like or have at home. You're going to need coffee filters. You'll need 3 different ones. And then you're going to need 3 different types of liquid. So the first one you need is water, and then you need vinegar, white vinegar, and then you need rubbing alcohol as the last one. So for this experiment, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to color on our coffee filters. I'm going to draw some circles, but you can draw pretty much whatever you'd like to see if it goes away or not.
Let's get coloring. Haley and I are drawing just like this, some circles, some lines, almost like a rainbow at the bottom of our coffee filters. Just one right on top of the other. You can use all the same color, you can use different colors. Like Haley said, whatever you have at home, whatever you want. This is also your science experiment.
Make sure you're coloring on the front and the back of your coffee filter so that you can see it all over. I'm going to try some different designs on my different filters, see if it makes any changes.
You'll also see that I've done mine just one simple line, pretty thin straight across. And when Haley holds up hers, you'll see that she's done hers a little bit thicker as well. Some different designs, so we'll see if there's going to be a difference as well. So all of mine are pretty much identical, and Haley's going to do hers all different designs. So we'll see if there's a difference in what our results are. Haley's doing some swirls here on hers. Beautiful.
I'm always the slower colorer.
Well, mine were pretty basic. And we're gonna see what the results of this experiment are. There's always lots of factors in science, lots of variables to consider, as well as your environment. So just because something maybe works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for Haley and vice versa. Same, you'll see even I have a bigger, wider beaker than Haley's, so like that could be a factor or variable that affects how things turn out. You just never know with science. And that's part of the fun. So Haley's just doing some squiggles on her last one there, some zigzags.
Depending what color's which. My purple looks a bit more pink here. Alright, so now you're going to dip just the bottom where you put the Sharpie into your 3 different ones. So you're going to put 1 coffee filter per liquid. So this one's going to go in the water, vinegar, and rubbing alcohol.
So this experiment, we're not going to see results right away. So we're going to do a bit of a time-lapse video to see how things turn out, and we'll see you on the other side.
So Sharpies are permanent, which means they're not water soluble. So that means that when we put it in water, there is no change. The Sharpie stayed on the coffee filter. It's the same with the vinegar. When we put it in, nothing changed. You can't erase them with vinegar. Lastly though, what they are soluble to is rubbing alcohol. So the rubbing alcohol serves as a solvent, and Sharpies are soluble to that. So in this, you can see that my bottom color started to disappear a bit. Then my top two are starting to go away. This has taken about 10 minutes and we could leave it for longer. So this does take a bit of time to see the change and see it start to disappear. And it just sort of goes to the top of the coffee filter to try to get away from the rubbing alcohol. So that's all for today, lab rats. We'll see you again next week.